You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. Greetings from Grand Junction, Colorado. I've been doing nothing but writing and writing some more. And finally going to be able to get to some people's videos today. Cappy, long-time listener, follower. This will be my third video request from you. Awesome, I like repeat business. To refresh your memory, I'm from California, part-time poker player, semi-successful 34-year-old single male making a decent six-figure income in an industry that's reputable. Anyway, my request is as follows. I have a younger brother who is 22 years old, very gifted and talented. He has been very business-minded since he was a kid. My family all saw this in him at a very young age. As he got older, he refused to take the traditional route and take part-time minimum wage-paying jobs to get himself through school. Complete opposite of what I did. Wait, he did or did not? He refused to. Okay. I went to college, got a degree, got into debt, doing it like everyone in this country that have been lied to at a young age, but I digress. My brother is very different than the normal millennial-ass clowns that you see today. He has always thought bigger and better and has been a go-getter since he was in diapers. Long story short, he is going to college only to appease my parents' wishes. Otherwise, he would never have set foot in a college campus if it were up to him. In the meantime, over the last 12 months, he has built a very successful company online. Raw and true fact, he grossed more money last month alone than I made this entire year. He set a goal to himself to be a millionaire by the time he turned 21. That did not happen. He has been visibly upset over it ever since. Well, he's an idiot for that. He could be a genius in one capacity, but to have this much success that young and because he didn't meet some arbitrary number, that's pretty stupid, frankly. That did not happen, but at the rate he is going, he will be a millionaire before his 24th birthday. On a bad month, he clears $40,000, etc. But with his newfound and such rapid success, he is struggling on how he should invest his earnings so as not to get raped by the IRS/taxes. On paper, he has no assets, no write-offs, etc. Plain and simple, he is just hoarding tons of cash in his bank account every month. He's trying to figure out the best way to shelter it from future taxes. He currently owns a very high-end sports car, which he bought in cash earlier this year to market his business. Yeah, no. That is also stupid. I know he wants to cut his tax bill, but buying a fancy sport, because I saw this in banking, and yeah, technically I shouldn't be so dismissive of it because it's dumb. Anyone with a slightly higher than average IQ knows guys who buy fancy sports cars. Well, actually, people in the business know deep down inside the dirty secret is that all these middle-aged men are leasing them and borrowing them. They don't actually have the money to do that. Realtors, fashion, housing designer type people. But your brother bought this, and he actually did it legitimately with cash. And what's funny is it gets the stupid people and the sheeple to try. Oh, he's got it. He's got a Corvette. He's got a Mercedes S-Class. He might. Okay, here's my money. Bernie Sanders, or not Bernie Sanders, Bernie Madoff. But just to do that to get a tax write-off, that's a yellowish. I mean, he does have more legitimate reason to write that off than that because it does attract. But man, that just shows he doesn't know what's really important in life. He's all upset because he didn't make $1 million at 21, and he thinks that buying a sports car is a way to attract capital, which it kind of is. But as this is a tax deduction. No, there's smarter things to do, like invest in another company that has the potential to grow further. I mean, and what is it? I understand you want to lower your tax bill. That's why I say to Chad Elkins, and he handled that. But he needs to understand philosophically what the point and purpose of life is. And after a certain amount, and I'm no socialist, after a certain amount, you got all the freedom in the world. He doesn't have to answer to anybody. And I think the fact he never worked a real job or suffered under some dick cocksucking motherfucking piece of gray-haired baby boomer shit, he doesn't understand what an epic achievement this is. He really doesn't. He has no clue. And so, lacking that Nazi concentration camp experience, I mean, getting out of school, he doesn't understand that achievement and accomplishment. So he's going to replace it with arbitrary goals of like, I need a sports car like this. I need $1 million. And it doesn't matter. He's a free man what's another million going to make him happy, you know? So I think you got to start teaching him some life lessons as to what's really important in life. Because he's not going to be happy. He just isn't. What is it? Okay, then let's say he makes his million. He's going to make 5. He's going to make 10. I mean, when does it end? And truthfully, $1 million at the age of 22 or 24, you say, dude, he's done. He can retire and never answer to anyone ever again. I don't think he should. I think his brain will need something to do. But right now, he's not wise enough or experienced enough in life, nor knows enough about what life is about to have this much money. I mean, he should keep it and he should invest it and he should, you know, do some certain things with it. But here's what he runs the risk of, although not exactly. It's like these idiot professional athletes that get their contract and they piss it all away and they buy their mom a McMansion or something like that and they go party. And then all these NFL players and NBA players and MLB players all end up bankrupt. That's what you kind of want this kid to avoid, because I don't know how long the good times are going to last. So he should be saving his pennies and dimes, you know, like Crisscross or Vanilla Ice. He should be saving his fucking pennies and dimes. Go buy a nice little house, buy some rental property. There's something he could get maybe a tax deduction on. Turn it into rental property. Go and not even rental property with people, especially if you're in California. Fuck those people. Do like storage facilities. Do something where it generates an income as a hard, tangible asset, and then you don't have to deal with people. All right, maybe go buy some farmland in North Dakota where people actually pay their fucking bills and aren't fucking scummy California type people. Paper, he has currently owns that car. And he's explored buying another new one to help market his business even further and also to be able to write off the lease payments under his... Oh, so wait, did he buy it or is he leasing it? That's a big difference. No, he's not getting another fucking sports car. He can only drive one at a time. And that tells me that, okay, one you could probably get away with in terms of the IRS. Like, okay, we understand the douchebags set the precedent set by middle-aged, small-dicked, baby boomer, gray-haired banker fucks. They have no skill, so they got to go and brag. They got to be realtors. They got to be interior designers with their fancy cars and the Range Rovers. But two, no. That'll get a flag right there. All right? So tell them to knock that fucking shit off. That's dumber than fuck. Anyway, I'm sure you get where I'm going with this. Please help. What advice can you offer him so that he won't be a victim of his own success? As I mentioned, he is a very talented and gifted kid, and us as his family are just sitting back and letting him take the world head on. We all know he'll be successful no matter what he does. No, he could ruin it. I don't believe the business he's in will last forever. I think he found I don't want to give away the business. He found a algorithm, let's just say, that kind of works. And like day trade, like I got this one kid, he was a day trader and he made a ton of money on Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Like, dude, I day trade cryptocurrency. I'm like a fucking genius. I didn't say he wasn't that arrogant, but people are coming up to me like, dude, how do I make money? It's like, dude, the only way you made money on Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in general because it's been going up. I'd like to see your day trading, swing trading happen when the market's collapsing. And this is kind of the same thing here. And if he's dumb enough to go be buying depreciating assets, not investments with the proceeds, he can go bankrupt. And then you think he was depressed before because he didn't make $1 million at 21? Wait till what modicum of wealth he has is gone. Then he's going to turn to booze and drugs, and he'll be like this brilliant genius who's just given up and been defeated because he's never really experienced failure on a smaller level to know what it is. So, damn, I should have charged. Yeah, that's the problem. It just dawned on me. So here's the problem that we face. You and I know, we're older. We know that nobody learns without pain. This is why one of the main reasons Asshole Consulting exists, because I got sick and tired of giving great advice to people and they wouldn't heed it. It's like an insult, a slap across the face. So you paid me and you're going to learn and you're going to carry this on to your kid brother. I don't know if he can learn. I don't know, like, what I should have done is charge Tim, but you're not in control of his purse strings. I should have charged him like 25 grand to tell him to quit, being so delusional, quit pissing away his money. Then he might have paid attention. But right now, the best thing you're going to be able to do is show him this video, Say, look, I'm not the only older brother type that's telling you to quit pissing away your money on stupid shit like this. Wake the fuck up, and the good times are not going to last forever. He's not going to, because he didn't suffer pain. He didn't pay a price. Maybe the cursing and swearing and slapping his face, or, metaphorically, might wake him up a bit. But I don't know if he may have to fail in order to learn the lesson you're trying to tell him. And I've seen it happen, man. I've seen people that I care passionately about, good friends of mine, family, loved ones, all that other shit. Hey, don't go off the cliff. Ah, fuck it, you're going off the cliff anyway. Whereas I would have, say, hey, pay me 40 grand and I'll tell you what to do with that cliff or not. And then maybe that pain would be like, hey, come here. Don't go off the cliff. And maybe that would listen. But that's the paradox you face with this kid. You all know he'll be successful no matter what, but his lack of life experience seems to be what is standing in his way. Another thing he could do, speaking of Chad Elkins, he could pull a Chad Elkins where Chad goes and works a contract gig to remind him how fortunate he is that he has his own self-employment gig. I've often thought about doing that myself, but I do remember work sucking enough I don't have to. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of bored. It's like, wait a minute, are you complaining you just woke up at 11 a.m. and now you're riding a motorcycle? It's like, shut the fuck up, Clary. But that might help your brother as well, where he goes work McDonald's. Have him go work some shitty-ass fucking job and have him work like night shift and have him work like for at least 3 months. Although I don't know if he could do that, maybe just on the weekends, just work a really shitty job and say, that's what normal people get to do, motherfucker. That's what you get to go to if you fuck this up. 60 years of it if you fuck this up. Any advice you can offer would be greatly appreciated. Let me know what your fee is for Theo Crescent. Let me know any more details. Thanks, Mike. And I want to know if his parents are still insisting he go to school, because that is some dumb motherfucking shit right there if that's the case. Yes, but his parents still want him to get his degree. Okay, now you got to go talk to your parents and hi, parents, show your parents this. I'll give you time. Bring them in. Do 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 you do do ba da ba 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 ya da da da. And when Clary goes on his bike, the girls all go ah. All right, good. Hi, parents. Hello. Stop being fucking idiots and ruining your kid's life, forcing him to go to college when he doesn't need to. All right? The point of going to college is to make more money so you have a career. I know. Baby boomer hippies. Dude, man, it's about the college experience, man, and you becoming well-rounded, man. That's cute. Shut the fuck up now. Your son does not need to go to college. Now, he could go to college later. But now that he's making more than all of you guys combined, there really is no fucking point in going to college. Okay? Knock it off with you. Well, our son here, I gotta use him as bragging rights because our lives suck. Knock that fucking shit off right now. And help guide him and help him spend his money and invest it wisely. And if you don't want to do that, then shut the fuck up and get out of the way. All right, good. Bye, parents. All right. I don't think you're going to show your parents that, but then. But yeah, for you to talk to your brother, here's what's going to be more likely. You got to tell your brother, dude, no, don't go to college. If he's making this much money, even if it is short term, which I think it is, he's got to spend his time making it and make hay while the sun's shining. Okay, he's got to strike the iron while it is hot and bank as much money as he can. He cannot be pissing away his time sitting and listening to some limp dick pussy motherfucking Marxist professor at the UC system telling about how white people suck and we're oppressed and privileged. No, he's got to make the fucking money. And he's got to save it and then invest it in tangible assets. So you need to have a one-on-one with your brother and say, ignore mom and dad. You don't have to go to college. Matter of fact, it's a pissing away of your time right now. And you can always go, you know what? There will be college in the future. Colleges are not going anywhere. Some of them are going bankrupt, but there will still be plenty of college. There will be plenty of opportunity for your son or your brother to piss away his time on worthless leftist indoctrinating slop to get a piece of paper that makes mommy and daddy all proud. It's written in crayon. Masters with the S backwards in anthropology to ease. And if your parents want to really actually give a shit about your brother, maybe they could read Worthless. He's been working diligently towards it over the past 4 years and will be graduating by next summer. Dude, just postpone it. Fuck college. He doesn't need it. Postpone it. He's got enough shit going on his own. His time would be better spent investigating and researching what to do with his money for long-term investments than sitting in some fucking class. As for his life goals, yes, he wants to be rich, but he has taken a strong liking and talent to his profession. Good. Hence his current business where he does his business. To give you an example, he's been as I understand it, he has an LLC. Just very open in business. Yeah, okay, so Chad talked to you guys about that. Hire Chad, not because he's my friend, but he will make sure you do it the right way. Best CPA, okay. Pretty confident he can shelter a lot of his gross income, making smart business moves that we just don't know about. Okay, talk to Chad about that. I hope that helps. Yeah, I'm not going to mention all that stuff. Yeah, because I don't want you guys... Here's another thing. There's another thing. Another problem that just popped into my mind. Dude, your brother is now got every gold-digging whore after him. He doesn't know who his real friend... Male or female, he doesn't know who his real friends are anymore. That is a problem. That is probably... Forget the tax write-off. Forget tax implications. If you win the lottery, you don't tell anybody. You make it rich, you don't tell anybody. You're still this poor college-going student who works over at the coffee store. But it's too late. That's the cat's out of the barn on that one. But he's got to look out for lending money to friends and lending money to family and all that other shit. That's a whole other problem. Of which, when these problems arise, you send them my way. I'm not going to consult you because you can only do something. I want this fucker to pay. I want him to feel this sting so that he learns and doesn't piss away his money like an NBA basketball star. That's kind of the goal of what we're going for here. All right. Now, you have talked to Chad, but then there are other things that I would recommend, and that is while you have this cash coming in, we don't know how long the good times are going to last, and all good things come to an end. So what I would strongly recommend your brother do is convert his profits into tangible assets. Now, part of the business he works in, he already has access to some tangible assets. I would start looking at things like property, not necessarily rental property to people, because you know I hate people, but maybe buying some agricultural land, preferably out of California. Now, this presents some problems because you guys are in California. How does he manage the property from far away? If you get agricultural land and lease it to farmers, that kind of takes care of itself, as long as there's not any structures. Storage space, that's another thing. Parking lots, and if you don't want to even deal with the management, you can always invest in real estate investment trusts. But the problem is, as you might be aware, with all the quantitative easy money and the low interest rates, things are a little bit bubbly right now. Right? So ideally, you'd be looking at things that cash flow, that pay a good dividend or rents. At minimum, he should be thinking about buying just a small little house or condo that will ensure he never has to worry about homelessness. That is like and there, because he lives in California, fine. Go buy someplace in California. But he's got to convert these profits into tangible assets, not fucking sports cars, not depreciating it. Even if these assets go up and down a little bit in price, or a fair amount, they're not going to go to zero like his sports car will. And heaven help you if he's investing in his buddy's business to open up a hot dog shop called Dicky Dogs. Get the fucking sexual pun. We're going to go down to the beach over in San Diego where people are going to find that funny because they're high on pot. Parents. He's got to get it in something tangible so that if this business ever does go away and he doesn't make his millions, he has enough of an investment portfolio, whatever that might be consisting of, that he doesn't have to work again. Or he has it a lot easier. And that's why I recommend buying a house. I know it's usually cheaper to rent, but if you buy one for cash, then that takes out just this huge liability, make things a lot easier where you don't have to worry about rent. And think about this kid could live a life where he doesn't have to worry about rent and property taxes and insurance and maintenance, yes, but That's what the route I would suggest he go, is he starts investing at least 2/3 of it in some kind of tangible long-term asset. And we're not going to worry too much about prices going up and down, but he can invest in mutual funds. I know they're overvalued. Stocks, I know they're overvalued. Bonds, I know they don't pay shit. Real estate investment trusts, I know those are probably overvalued too. Rental property, again, because you get a little bit more control, you could buy it. But a house right there, minimum, you're not paying fucking rent anymore, and at least you can rent it to your buddies. So that's what I'd recommend. So if you can get through to him, I really wish you could. I really hope you do. I hope the cursing and the swearing and me telling him, and he's watching this, he might pay the fuck attention. Yeah, that's what he's going to have to do. And then, you know what? If I'm wrong, and this is a lifelong thing where on a slow month he makes 40 grand a year, then he doesn't have problems. But the other problems are going to come in the form of demons of booze, drugs, party-going girls, no real friends. You don't know who your enemies or your friends are. And that's where you, being the older brother, got to really come in and be his guardian angel. I don't know how street smart or savvy your parents are, and they don't sound street smart or savvy at all if they're telling this kid to go and finish school. That just sounds like typical dipshit. Any degree is a good degree. What does the television tell me to say? Okay, the television told me to do that. I will go. Yeah, Hillary Clinton told me to. Okay, I will go and do that. No, you got to be the parent now, or at least the older brother. So, all right, wish you and your brother definitely the best. And kid, if you're watching this, not the brother, please pay the fuck attention to me and your brother, okay? Trust you, me, kid. You fucked up a little bit. Actually, you fucked up a lot because now you don't know who your friends are. But let's not fuck this up anymore. And let's really work on getting some context to understand, so you understand just how, not lucky, because you did earn all this, but how fortunate you are. And that you can fuck this fortune up if you just think it's going to come forever and you don't learn about life and what's really important. And stop buying fucking sports cars. All right, we'll see you guys later. Toodles.